If you mess with Dead End Hip Hop, man, make sure you go download the Cymbal app. It has everything Dead End Hip Hop, including our music reviews, podcast episodes, and everything pertaining to Dead End Hip Hop that isn't music. And on April 2nd at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we got something dope that's really coming through.
Yeah, so once you download the app, look us up, Dead End Hip Hop, and follow us. On April 2nd, we're doing an AMA on the app at 12 p.m. Eastern Time.
So when do they need to download the app, Ken?
Now?
When?
I think they need to download it now.
Oh, like right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just, download it now.
Right
Links
now.
in the description.
Just search it. Down.
I thought it was interesting though, like the timing of it, right? Because everybody was talking about Drake's bullshit album, right? And then here go Kendrick, dropped this track and just stole like the whole thunder.
Not just Drake, but like anybody that had.
Well, Rick Ross, a lot of people were talking talking his album up.
Mm-hmm. And then talk about the anticipation for Joey Badass album that's supposed to release on the same day.
Oh, yeah,
Joey.
He just pushed that back. I would.
He got
nothing against Joey.
Yeah, but
you know what? I always felt like, is it a bad thing that you drop your album when the traction is hot right now? Like, I always wondered if that's actually a bad thing.
It's a terrible thing.
I think it depends on who you are.
Doesn't matter.
See, like, to me, Kanye and 50 can drop on the same day.
Because here's what I always.
What they did?
No.
What do you mean?
You remember that time?
I remember. I remember because I was off the 50 bandwagon at that point in time. 50 was on his way out musically.
50 was still really popular.
He was still hot at the time.
But 50 was more gimmick. Because at that point he I'll retire if Kanye that's all talk.
And that's what ultimately led to his demise.
That was the beginning of the end for 50. He wasn't really doing bad yet, right? What album was that? That was
before I Get Money.
Before I said
Curtis
wasn't Massacre.
That wasn't Curtis.
That was after Massacre.
It was Curtis.
What was the one that he was like half drawn like a cartoon?
That was Massacre.
I'm telling you.
It wasn't Massacre.
It was Curtis.
I'm listening to you, B.
I'm listening to you too, B.
I'm trusting this.
It was Curtis versus Graduation. I remember that.
I believe.
Why y'all not listening to
I believe BZPedia.
The BZPedia.
That's fucking.
So what is it about, like? What you say? You was wrong. You was wrong like a motherfucker. You was wrong like a motherfucker. When we were purchasing CDs, more than we do now, like if it's right there next to you on the shelf, like you're saying that you don't have an extra like $10, $11 to purchase it.
20.
Was it 20 when it first released?
When I was growing up, that shit was.
No, I'm talking about.
But in 07, if you got it, the first
week, it was on sale.
It said CD.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The CD was $10 the first
week. It was cheaper.
In 07?
Not when you was growing up. I understand because they didn't even have CDs. But back in 07.
Yeah, 07 to now.
Hey, you gonna start getting them old jokes, motherfucker. You gonna start getting them shits. I done eased up on him. But no, you gonna start getting them. But no, back in 07, because back then, obviously, I started working with y'all. But before that, I was working at Target. And at Target, we would release a new album every Tuesday. And for that first week, from Tuesday to Saturday, that shit was $9.99. No matter what the regular price was. That bitch could be $20.99. That first week, that bitch is gonna be $10.
So that's what I'm saying. So 2 potentially dope albums on the shelf. You gonna pick one out of the 2, or you gonna pick up 2 or both?
You could be a fan of Kanye and 50, but at the same time, it was still a competition between those two guys. You gotta make a decision. You gotta buy one or the other.
Why? I've bought several CDs at once before. I bought 2 CDs at once before.
And here's the thing, right? At least, Rob, me and you here, like. Especially if the album is only $10, I'll get 2. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. I think that if the artist level is at the same, you can still be successful.
But one is gonna sell more.
Yes,
they're gonna rub it in the other one's face.
You're 100% right.
All that matters.
So somebody's gonna lose. Somebody's gonna lose.
Yeah, but you still got your sales though. At the end of the day, you might have lost the overall battle, but you still got your sales though. But I'm just saying in general, if you drop like I'm saying, I'm putting Joey and Kendrick in the same boat. I think Kendrick will.
I can see them having the same audience too.
Yeah, that's what
And
I'm
I
saying.
can
Like,
see a lot
I'm
of
gonna pick up
people-
both. Cause I did see some people on Twitter say they'll pick up both.
I think a little bit.
I don't. Joey
that-
should push his
he's not-
release date back.
He's released.
But wouldn't that give him exposure though?
Why would it give him exposure?
Because if you go,
now.
no, I'm saying if you go, like people going to get Kendrick, they see Joey Badass on there, like, oh, what's this? Oh, Joey Badass. It don't work like that.
Yeah, I don't think.
I see what you're saying because iTunes is like the shelf.
Yeah, I
They be
feel
like, oh, there's this, but I think people are so like tunnel
Locked
vision,
in
like
on Kendrick.
they're just gonna.
I'm going to go get the
probably
Kendrick.
gonna click on that fucking link
And that's it.
and purchase.
They want that
And,
Kendrick.
and then Joey Badass gets lost.
If
Everybody
if it-
forgets that it
right,
dropped on the
Joey
same
Badass
day.
get lost, but what you're talking about, the way you're talking about is you actually have to go to iTunes, go
Right.
to the music section,
Right, and you see it.
then see it in the banner at the top
Exactly.
or beside the new music section. What I'm saying is, I think a lot of people will probably just click that link on whatever social media outlet
Kendrick
they're following them
puts
at, and it's gonna take them right to the album when they just hit purchase.
Yep.
See, and I think that Kendrick, looking at it from Joey Badass perspective and the Kendrick Lamar perspective, right? The other way is that how we consume music. The majority of people are not buying CDs. They're gonna listen to it on their phones or whatever device that they use to listen to music. If I have an option between Joey Badass and Kendrick, I'm gonna be listening to Kendrick stuff a lot more. So Joey is technically going to lose, but if he drops amongst another one of the other TDE people, I don't think it hurts him as much. But Kendrick,
That's what you're saying.
yeah, but against Kendrick, nah, bro. Like people gonna listen to Kendrick more than you. So your fire, so like that type of momentum that you're supposed to have, that opening gate. Kendrick's gonna steal that. You know what I'm saying? Even though it might be a dope album, even some inquisitive minds might see Kendrick's like, who the hell is this guy? You know what I'm saying?
That's what
They might, but at the end of the day, Kendrick is gonna have just that push, bro, because he's the guy in hip hop right now. Like you can't compete against him. Like you just can't right now.